Hey everybody, welcome to Max Tutorials, and we are going to talk about the point slope form of how to graph an equation, okay? And so, again, if you go to maxtutorials.com, I've got videos on this. I explain how they work. We have things on y equals mx plus b and standard form and plotting points and everything that you want to know about graphing and about algebra. So let's talk about it. So first of all, when we talk about the point slope form, oh, by the way, if you guys can like and subscribe this, that'll really help me out, okay? So I really appreciate this. And get some notifications when I make some new videos. All right, so the point slope looks like this. Y minus y1 equals m means slope, x minus x1. And the x1 and y1 is just any point on the graph. It doesn't matter. If that point exists on the graph, you can plug it in, okay? So the y will be in the formula, the x will be in the formula, and you'll just plug it in. Notice also the negative signs are in the formula as well. So if you're plugging in like a -2, it would be y minus a -2. All right, so don't let that freak you out. Be very careful about that, and I'll show you what I mean once we start doing the signs. All right, let's do number one. First of all, what's a point? Well, they gave us a point. The x is 1, the y is 3. So 1, 3 is a point that's on there. Well, what's the slope? Let's go off of here. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1, or just 2. So now here's how I put this into an equation. I'm going to write y, because it's just part of the formula, y minus 3. Well, y and minus 3? It's a plus 3. The minus sign is in the formula, okay? So I am putting in a positive 3, but I put in a positive 3 in the formula that has a negative sign in it, okay? And that's going to equal m, which is 2, x minus, and what's my x? 1, okay? And you're going to notice the point that's given, when they give you the point, the sign is going to be different inside of the parentheses. So start getting used to that. That's going to happen a lot, especially in Algebra 2 when we do our conics. We're going to do circles, ellipses, and hyperbolas, and all this fun stuff. And so when we see this, the points that we're putting in are actually going to be opposite the sign that you see in the parenthesis. You'll notice when we do some more. All right, let's find a point. Well, they gave us a point. That's going to be -2, positive 4. -2, 4. Boom. What's my slope? Well, it looks like there's a point here. So down 2 over 2. Down 2 over 2, which looks like it's just down 1 over 1 or minus 1. So what's my point slope equation? Well, I'm going to go y minus 4. Okay, because there's my y right there. Here's my x. Equals -1 parenthesis. Now, do I really need that 1 in there? I don't. That's assumed a 1. So really, you could have just written a negative sign right there, but just know that that's where your -1 came from. And this is going to be x. Now, it's x minus, because that's part of the formula. And what do you put in? You plug in a -2. But minus a -2 is a little weird. We're not used to seeing that. But if I do the added line change the sign, you're going to notice that, oh, x minus a -2 is the same as x plus 2. And that's what I mean by the signs inside the parentheses will be different than your points. Okay, so it's -2, 4, but if you look at your parentheses, it's +2, -4. That's what I mean by the parentheses will be an opposite sign of the actual point. Start getting used to it. You're going to see that a lot, especially in Algebra 2. All right, let's go on. I'll just focus on this one. Okay, if I can. Well, let me center. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, here we go. So on this one, the point is 2, -1. Okay, so my point is 2, -1. How about a slope here? Well, go up 1, go up 2, go up 3 over 2. Up 3 over 2. So my slope is going to be 3 over 2. So now that I have a point and a slope, when I plug it into the formula, it's just going to be and y minus a -1. How do I write minus a -1? Plus 1 equals, my slope is 3 over 2, x minus 2. And that's how we would do these problems. Okay? Let's go on to the next one. Let's give a point. Well, here, what is this 5? This is actually y-intercept. So I would do this as a y-intercept. But since they asked for a point slope equation, let's go ahead and do it that way. My point is 0, 5. All right? And my slope is down 1, 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1, which is the same as writing -2. So now when I put this in, let's go ahead and put in my y's. Y minus 5 equals slope is -2, x minus 0. Or you could just write an x there. I think it looks good when you write the -0 because it makes it very clear on what to do. Okay, but if you didn't, you would get this. Y minus 5 equals -2x. Now watch this. If I were to add 5 to both sides, boom, boom, y equals -2x plus 5. That looks a lot like slope-intercept, doesn't it? And it is. There's your slope-intercept at 5, down 2/1. Okay, so anyways, you can write it either way you want, but that's how it looks in the point slope. Okay, I digressed a little bit, but that was fun. All right, here we go. Point is going to be -3, -2. -3, -2. Boom, boom. How about my slope? Up 1. Yeah, that looks like it fits. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. My slope is 1/2. And when I put this into the formula, now remember what I have in the parentheses is going to be a different sign than the point. So that's going to be y plus 2, because that's my y. And I'm going to get equals 1/2 x, and here's my x, plus 3. And I'm done. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, the point they give me is 1, 2. And my slope is going to be down 1, down 2, down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1, okay? -3 is my slope. So when I put in the point slope equation, it's going to be a y minus 2 equals -3, parentheses, x minus 1. Cool. Number 7, what's the point here? So on this one, my point is going to be my x is -4 and my y is -3. So my point is a -4, -3. What's my slope? It looks like it's just up 1/1, doesn't it? Sure does. So that's going to be up 1/1, or just 1 is my slope. So my point slope equation is going to be y, now minus a -3 or plus 3 equals 1, but I don't really need to write the 1 there. Okay, I'm going to write x plus 4 for this other one because whatever my slope is, if I write a 1 right there, that's fine. And maybe just for the clarity, it's good to write the 1, and that's fine too, but you don't need to. And the last one, my point is going to be 3, 1. My slope is, let's see, down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. So -1/2. And so my equation is going to be y minus 1, because that's my y, equals -1/2, because that's my m, x, and there's my x, minus 3. Remember, the minus is coming from the formula. It's not coming from the point, and that's why we have the minus. All right, well, I hope this really helps for you to be able to take a look at a graph, and if you're asked to put it into the point slope, that you can, all right? And so that works. All of these, honestly, I probably would have used y equals mx plus b because it's very clear in a lot of them where they cross. But like, look at number 5. Is it clear what the y-intercept is? It's not. I don't know what number that is. Okay, so if it looks like this, where it's pretty clear that that's going to cross at -4, yeah, go ahead and go the y-intercept. Okay, but when it's not clear, the point slope is really the way to go. All right? Good job, everybody. I got one more video to show on this one, so I'll see you on that one.